Honor View 10, a high-end, mid-price phone to take on the OnePlus 5T. If the high prices of today's flagship phones make your wallet tremble, alternatives like the Honor View 10 and OnePlus 6 should have your attention. They cost half the price of an iPhone X, but still offer high-end features and a contemporary design. Phones like this are an excellent argument for why few, if any, of us really need to spend a huge amount on a new mobile, even if we are getting more demanding by the year. There's the odd Honor quirk, and the design isn't quite as glitzy as that of the smaller Honor 9 or its sister phones of sorts, the Huawei Mate 10. But it's hard to beat in terms of pure value among high-end mobiles. At its announcement there was a lot of talk about the Honor View 10's price. It hadn't been revealed properly, and the success of this model depends largely on how competitive its price is. The Honor View 10 cost £449 some free in the UK at launch, which equated to around $600, 800 Australian dollars. That price makes the phone, surprisingly, a little cheaper than its arch-rival the OnePlus 5T in the UK. The Honor View 10 has 128GB of storage, and the 128GB version of the OnePlus 5T cost £499, $559, 699 Australian dollars. Shipping initially on January 8 in the UK, the Honor View 10 also has the honor, no pun intended, of being one of 2018's very first releases. It's hard not to love the core aim of the Honor View 10. It's out to provide much of the hardware and features of the biggest names, but at a much lower price. Sure, you don't get a brand name that as many friends will recognize, but if it saves you $300/$300, are the bragging rights really worth it? And if you must brag, you can still boast about bagging a bargain. Excellent features for the money include 128GB of storage, the advanced Kirin 970 chipset also seen in the Huawei Mate 10 and Mate 10 Pro, and a 20MP/16MP dual camera array on the back that offers low loss 2x zoom. The phone also follows the latest trend in displays with an ultra-narrow surround that makes the image appear to cover almost the entire front of the View 10. You miss out on very little of importance with this phone. Just like the Honor 9 before it, the Honor View 10 is impressive. The Honor View 10 looks similar to other late 2017/early 2018 phones front on. There's just a thin band of border around the display. Like its rivals, Honor has pushed for less wasted space. It's just about the only way to make a phone with a 6-inch screen that doesn't demand extra wide pockets. Honor hasn't tried to hide what small bits of surround exist, though. They're ultra-glossy blue in the model we reviewed, looking like the finish of last year's excellent Honor 9. The View 10's back design is totally different, though, more conservative and pragmatic than some of this phone's pricier rivals. Its rear is aluminum and, unlike the old metal iPhones, the sides and rear are separate parts. While there's some attractive beveling to the side's edges, you can imagine this style might have been used to lower production costs. Today's phone material of choice is glass too, rather than metal. The iPhone X uses it, as does the Samsung Galaxy S8, with aluminum seen by some as mid-range. This is a slightly ridiculous notion, but those obsessed with being on trend may disagree. The Honor View 10 is extremely thin, however. At 7mm thick it's thinner than the iPhone X or Galaxy S8. It's so thin, you have to wonder, why? An extra 0.7 to 0.8mm of chunk wouldn't hurt the View 10's design much, and would allow for a larger battery and avoid the dual camera lenses sticking out on the back. As it is, they look like a pair of mini goggles.